Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle.
And today we're diving deep into a side hustle that's all about, well, capturing memories and making some serious cash, the photo booth rental business.
Okay, so we're talking about like those booths you see at weddings and parties, where everyone crams in, makes funny faces, and you walk away with a strip of photos.
Yeah, exactly. But there's actually a lot more to it than you might think. We got some insights from a seasoned pro, who built a whole photo booth empire. They're pulling in over $400,000 a year
Wow.
with 40% profit margins. And we're going to break down exactly what they do and, more importantly, how you can get started too.
Okay, so 40% profit, that's incredible. It sounds like a lucrative gig.
Uh,
But is this something that a complete beginner could actually pull off?
Absolutely. This entrepreneur started small, bootstrapped the business, learned everything as they went. You don't need a photography degree or a ton of money to get started.
Okay, so for someone who's like totally new to this, what does a photo booth entrepreneur actually do? Is it just setting up a booth and letting it run?
Not quite. It's more about providing a full service experience. So that means handling things like delivery, setup, customization. You might even attend the event, make sure everything runs smoothly. It's about creating a memorable experience, not just snapping pictures.
So it's a blend of like event planning, customer service, a bit of tech savvy.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of a party facilitator, a memory maker, and an entrepreneur all rolled into one.
That sounds like fun. I'm sure there's some challenges along the way, though. What were some of the biggest mistakes that our Photo Booth Pro made when they were starting out?
Well, one of their biggest early blunders was trying to position themselves as a luxury brand right away.
Oh, okay.
They learned pretty quickly you can't just say you're luxury, you've got to earn that reputation.
Right. You got to build up to that, like a solid foundation, some loyal clients before you can command those higher prices.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And they also admitted to, at first, dismissing like emerging trends in the photo booth world, which cost them potential profits.
Yeah. Got to stay adaptable,
Right.
open to new ideas. Don't get stuck in your ways.
Exactly. Another common pitfall is cheaping out on equipment. Might seem like a good way to save money at first, but investing in good quality gear from the start can actually save you money on repairs and upgrades down the road.
Yeah, you're thinking long term, investing in the future of your business.
Exactly. And lastly, they really emphasize networking and collaboration. They tried to go it alone at first, but realized that building those relationships with other people in the industry is so important for growth.
Yeah, makes sense. Like two heads are better than one, especially when you're navigating the crazy world of events.
Absolutely. They also emphasize the importance of, always learning and acknowledging that they didn't know everything, even as they got more successful.
That's a good lesson. It's easy to get caught up in your own success and think you've got all the answers, but staying curious, seeking out new knowledge, being open to feedback, that's essential for growth.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. So we've talked about the why and some mistakes to avoid. Now let's get to the how. Like, how do you actually launch this photo booth side hustle?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And speaking of dollars, how much money do you actually need to get started?
Our entrepreneur started with just $25,000 invested over a whole year. And they said you could even start with less. So it's a pretty accessible side hustle.
Okay, that's encouraging, especially if you're on a tight budget. So where do we begin?
Research. First things first. You got to understand your local market, who your competition is, what are potential clients looking for.
Okay, basic business 101. Know your audience, cater to their needs.
Precisely. Then focus on building your network. Our entrepreneur recommended joining industry associations like WIPA, that's the Wedding International Professionals Association.
So you can connect directly with your target market.
Exactly. They also suggested, local chambers of commerce. And ILEA, that's the International Live Events Association. This way you can network with event planners, maybe tap into some corporate clients.
So networking is key in this industry.
Absolutely. And here's a clever tactic to get your foot in the door. Offer free gigs. 2 planners, 2 agencies, in exchange for building your portfolio, getting testimonials.
Ah, okay. So you're trading services for marketing. Pretty smart.
Now, this might surprise you. Our entrepreneur actually said that marketing, sales, and branding are even more crucial than technical expertise in this business.
Interesting. So it's not just about taking great pictures. It's about like selling the experience, building a recognizable brand, connecting with clients on a personal level.
Exactly. Creating a whole package that goes beyond just the photo booth itself.
Okay, so let's talk about what makes our entrepreneurs so successful. What sets them apart?
Well, for one, they've really mastered SEO, search engine optimization. They get a lot of business organically through Google searches, so they don't have to rely on expensive ads.
So they're showing up at the top of the list when someone searches for photo booth rental.
Right, and they've built a really strong brand reputation, a sense of exclusivity and quality, which lets them charge more than the average photo booth provider.
They're not just a photo booth, they're the photo booth.
Exactly. And they didn't stop there. They diversified their revenue streams, expanded beyond weddings, tapped into the corporate event market.
Okay, smart move. Corporate clients usually have bigger budgets,
Yeah.
and they need photo booths year-round, not just wedding season.
Precisely. So you've got a more stable, predictable income, and it lets you get creative, develop unique photo booth concepts for different audiences and event types.
So you could have a classic one for a wedding, a sleek and modern booth for like a corporate gala, maybe a themed booth for a birthday party or festival.
Exactly. Possibilities are endless. And that's what makes this side hustle so cool. You can tailor it to your interests, your skills, and what your local market needs.
So it's about creating a business that's as unique as you are, which is pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Now, I know you're dying to hear about these revolutionary AI features that our entrepreneur mentioned.
Don't keep me in suspense. What kind of AI magic are they incorporating?
Well, they didn't give away all their secrets, but they said these AI features are setting them up for even bigger, higher-paying gigs. It's not your average photo booth. We're talking next-level stuff.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Like, what kind of AI are we talking about?
They were a bit vague, but based on what's trending in the industry, I'm thinking it could be things like virtual backgrounds, where guests can choose from different digital backdrops.
Oh, wow. So you could be transported to a tropical beach, a snowy mountaintop, even outer space, all without leaving the booth.
Exactly. Imagine the possibilities for themed events or corporate branding. They could also be using AI-powered filters that enhance photos in real time.
Ah, so everyone looks their best. No more blurry selfies or awkward poses.
Right. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing around with interactive AI experiences too, like animated GIFs, personalized messages, maybe even games that guests can play inside the booth.
Wow, they've turned the photo booth into an entertainment hub.
Exactly. They're constantly innovating, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in this industry, which is what sets them apart and lets them command those premium prices.
They're not just renting out equipment. They're providing a cutting-edge, interactive, unforgettable experience.
And that's a recipe for success in any business, especially events and entertainment. People want something special, something that'll make their events stand out, create lasting memories, and this entrepreneur is delivering that.
So for all the aspiring side hustlers out there, what are the key takeaways from this photo booth deep dive?
First and foremost, remember that success in this business, like any business, is about more than just the equipment. It's about the experience you create, the relationships you build, the value you provide.
It's about the human connection, the memories you're capturing, the joy you're bringing to people's special moments.
Precisely. And that's what makes this side hustle so rewarding. You're not just making money, you're making a positive impact.
And that's a pretty great feeling.
It is. Now, another important takeaway. Don't be afraid to niche down. Our entrepreneur started with weddings, then expanded to the corporate market. But there are tons of other niches you could explore.
Ooh, like what?
Well, you could specialize in birthday parties, graduation parties, school events, festivals, even corporate branding activations. The key is to find a niche that you're passionate about, and that has a strong demand in your local market.
So find your sweet spot,
Yeah.
your unique angle, your photo booth superpower.
Exactly. By niching down, you can be the go-to expert, and that lets you command higher prices, attract loyal clients.
You're the big fish in a small pond instead of trying to compete in a vast ocean.
I like that. Now, one final takeaway I want to emphasize. Don't underestimate innovation. Our entrepreneur is constantly pushing boundaries with those AI features.
Right. They're not content with the status quo. They're always looking to improve and evolve.
Exactly. And that's what keeps them ahead of the game. The photo booth industry is always changing, so it's crucial to stay updated on trends and new tech.
Don't settle for a basic photo booth setup. Explore new ideas. Experiment with different features. Find ways to stand out from the competition.
Whether it's virtual backgrounds, AI-powered filters, interactive experiences, or something completely new, there's always room for innovation.
It's about creating a photo booth experience that's as unique and memorable as your client's events.
Well said. So there you have it. The photo booth rental side hustle. A business full of potential, creativity, and the chance to make a real impact.
Now, before we move on, I want to remind our listeners to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and you won't miss out on any of our future deep dives.
And check out the links in the episode description. We've got some awesome side hustle resources there. You might find inspiration for your next venture. These are affiliate links, by the way. And the commissions help us keep the show running.
So click those links, show some love, and let's keep this exciting journey going together. We'll be back in a flash with even more insights into the photo booth rental side hustle. Stay tuned.
Want to start a side hustle but feeling stuck on the tech part? You're not alone. Many first-time website owners feel the same. That's where Bluehost comes in. As the top-rated web host, they make things super simple with an easy setup, plenty of features, and budget-friendly plans to help you launch your website fast. Plus, their 24/7 expert support has your back anytime you need help. Head to $sidehustle.com/Bluehost now and grab a whopping 88% discount.
Welcome back to Dollar Side Hustle.
We're ready to jump right back into this photo booth business deep dive.
So we talked about how lucrative this side hustle can be,
Right.
but what I'm kind of curious about is the longevity of it. Are photo booths just a fad, or do they actually have staying power?
That's a really good question. And I think it's pretty safe to say that photo booths are here to stay. I mean, they've been around for over a century, and their popularity has just continued to grow, evolving from those old school photo strips to the modern 360 booths that we see today.
It seems like people just love getting their picture taken,
Yes.
especially when there's an element of fun and spontaneity involved.
Exactly. It really taps into that desire to capture and share memories. And that's kind of why I think the side hustle has so much staying power. It's not just a fleeting trend. It's a service that fills a timeless human need.
And a need that people are willing to pay good money for.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as we saw with our entrepreneur success.
Absolutely. Now, earlier we were talking about the importance of joining industry associations like WIPA and ILEA, but I wanted to touch on another really valuable benefit that they offer, which is education and resources.
So it's not just about schmoozing and handing out business cards.
Not at all. These organizations actually provide workshops, seminars, even online courses that can teach you all the ins and outs of the events industry, like marketing and pricing strategies to legal considerations and best practices.
Okay, that sounds incredibly helpful, especially for someone who's just starting out.
Yeah.
You can kind of learn from the pros and avoid making those, costly newbie mistakes.
Exactly. Speaking of pricing, remember how our entrepreneur mentioned that their average booking is around $3,200 for a 3 to 4 hour event?
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet payday. But they also mentioned that their rates have increased significantly over time, right?
That's right. And it really shows the power of building a strong brand, providing great customer service, and just consistently delivering a high-quality experience.
So it's not just about setting up a booth and taking pictures. It's about creating an experience that justifies those higher prices.
Precisely. And remember how they initially made the mistake of trying to market themselves as a luxury brand right out of the gate?
Yeah, you can't just declare yourself luxury. You have to earn it.
Exactly. So how did they eventually make that shift into the higher end market? It was a gradual process, but they focused on a few key things. First, they invested in high quality equipment and backdrops. That really created a visually stunning experience.
So no cheesy backdrops or flimsy booths.
No, definitely not. They also paid really close attention to the small details, from how they interacted with clients to the presentation of their prints and digital files. And they consistently went above and beyond to exceed expectations.
It sounds like they really understood that creating that luxury experience is about more than just the physical stuff. It's about the whole feeling and impression you create.
Exactly. They realized that building loyal clients is about making them feel valued, delivering that exceptional service, and just creating an experience that's worth talking about.
Now let's talk about our entrepreneurs' emphasis on SEO, search engine optimization. They mentioned that they get most of their leads organically through Google searches.
Right. And that is a game changer for any business, but especially for a side hustle. It means they're not constantly shelling out money for ads. They're attracting clients who are already searching for their services.
It's like having a prime storefront on a busy street.
Yeah.
But in the digital world.
Oh, I love that analogy. And the beauty of SEO is it's a long-term investment. The more you put into it, like optimizing your website, building high-quality backlinks, creating valuable content, the more visible you become to potential clients.
It's like a snowball effect. The more you do, the more results you see.
Exactly. Now, another key to their success is diversification. Remember how they strategically expanded beyond just weddings?
Yeah, they tapped into that lucrative corporate event market,
Yeah.
which seems like a pretty smart move.
It is for several reasons. Corporate clients often have larger budgets, so they're usually willing to spend more on, unique experiences. Plus, they're more likely to need photo booths year-round, not just during peak wedding season.
So diversifying their client base means creating a more stable and predictable income stream. They're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Exactly. And it also gives them the freedom to, get creative and develop new photo booth concepts for different audiences, different event types.
So instead of trying to be everything to everyone, it's better to, specialize and become known for a specific style or niche.
That's right. It's about finding your unique selling proposition. What makes you stand out? Are you the go-to for vintage style booths? Do you specialize in corporate branding activations? Or maybe you're the expert in creating interactive experiences.
I like that. Find your photo booth superpower.
Exactly. By niching down, you can become the expert in a specific area, and that lets you command higher prices and attract a more targeted clientele.
Now I'm just dying to hear more about these revolutionary AI features that our entrepreneur mentioned. They sounded so cutting edge.
I know, right? It's clear that they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible with photo booths. And while they didn't give us all the details, I do have some ideas about what these AI features might be.
Oh, spill the AI tea.
Well, based on what's trending in the industry, my guess is that these features could include things like virtual backgrounds, where guests can choose from a ton of different digital backdrops.
So instead of a physical backdrop, you could have a digital screen that, transports you to a tropical beach or a snowy mountaintop or even outer space.
Exactly. It opens up a whole world of possibilities for themed events and just creative photo ops.
That's amazing.
What else? They could also be using AI-powered filters that enhance photos as they're taken, smoothing out blemishes, brightening smiles, creating a more, polished look.
So no more worrying about bad lighting or awkward angles.
Yeah.
Everyone looks their best.
Right. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're also playing around with interactive AI experiences, like animated GIFs, personalized messages, or even games that guests can play inside the booth.
Wow, they really have turned the photo booth into an entertainment hub.
Exactly. They're constantly innovating and finding new ways to engage guests and take the photo booth experience to the next level.
It sounds like they're not just keeping up with the times, they're staying ahead of the game.
Exactly. And that's crucial for any business, but especially in the fast-paced world of events and entertainment.
So if someone is thinking about, jumping into the photo booth rental business,
Yeah.
what are some key takeaways that they should keep in mind?
One of the most important things is remembering you're not just renting equipment, you're selling an experience. You're creating something memorable and enjoyable for guests from the moment they step into the booth to the moment they get those photos.
It's the human element, the personal touch, going above and beyond what's expected.
Exactly. And another crucial takeaway is the importance of branding and marketing. You've got to create a strong brand identity that makes you stand out. And you need to be really strategic about how you reach your target audience.
So don't underestimate a good logo, a catchy tagline, a consistent online presence.
Right. And remember, the photo booth industry is constantly evolving, so stay ahead of the curve. Embrace new technology, new trends.
Like all those AI features we were just discussing.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to experiment, innovate, and find ways to make your offerings pop.
Now, before we move on to our last segment, I want to remind everyone listening to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying this deep dive, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our future explorations of the Side Hustle universe.
And while you're at it, don't forget to check out those links in the episode description. We've got some awesome Side Hustle resources that might spark your next venture. These are affiliate links, and the commissions help keep us going. So clicking those links is a great way to support the show and fuel your entrepreneurial journey.
So show some love, click those links, and come along with us as we keep uncovering the secrets of the Side Hustle world. We'll be right back with more insights and inspiration. Stay tuned.
Struggling to make money online? Most businesses fail because they're missing one key piece of the puzzle. This new system can help you earn up to $3,493 with no selling. And it all starts with a free webinar happening in just a few hours. Here's what you'll learn: the exact system that's generated over $23 million online and how to use it yourself. The 3 biggest reasons online businesses fail. How to activate 3 profit levers to start making real money. Don't miss this chance. Visit $dollarsidehustle.com/no selling to get started today.
And we're back for like the final snapshot of our photo booth side hustle deep dive.
Yeah, we've covered a ton, from those like first steps to some seriously advanced stuff. But before we send you off to build your own photo booth empire, I want to leave you with some key takeaways.
Okay, yeah. Lay it on me.
The biggest one, success in this business, like any business, it's about so much more than the equipment. It's about the experience, the relationships, the value you provide.
So the human element, the personal touch, the joy of like being a part of those special moments.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so rewarding, right? You're not just building a business, you're creating memories.
No, that's something to strive for.
Absolutely. And here's another one. Don't be afraid to niche down. Our entrepreneurs started with weddings, then corporate events, but there are tons of niches out there.
Give me some examples. I'm intrigued.
Birthday parties, graduations, school events, festivals, even corporate branding activations. The key is finding a niche that you're passionate about, that has good demand.
So find your sweet spot, your unique angle, your photo booth superpower.
Exactly. Niching down, you become the expert. You can charge more, get those loyal clients.
It's like you're the big fish in a smaller pond instead of getting lost in that huge ocean.
Love that analogy. And lastly, never underestimate innovation. Our entrepreneur is a perfect example. Always pushing boundaries with those AI features.
They're not settling for the status quo, always looking to improve.
Exactly. And that's a mindset every entrepreneur needs. The photo booth industry, it's always evolving, so you got to adapt, embrace change, stand out.
So don't settle for a basic setup. Get creative, explore, experiment, wow your clients.
Whether it's virtual backgrounds, filters, interactive stuff, or something totally new, there's always room to innovate, make it unique, make it memorable.
Awesome advice. So to wrap things up, what's the ultimate takeaway for our listeners who are like buzzing with photo booth business ideas right now?
It's this. The photo booth rental side hustle, it's full of potential. It's creative, it's dynamic, and it's rewarding. You can flex your entrepreneurial muscles, tap into your artistic side, and build a business that makes people happy.
And who knows, maybe you'll even build an empire like the entrepreneur we talked about today.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But remember, success takes work, dedication, and that willingness to learn and adapt. But with the right approach, the right mindset, and, a sprinkle of that photo booth magic,
Yeah.
you can make it happen.
So for everyone ready to dive in, don't forget to check out the links below. We've got some amazing side hustle resources, guidance, inspiration, maybe that final push you need to get started.
These are affiliate links. The commissions help keep the show going, so clicking those links is a big help.
Awesome. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You'll be the first to know about our next deep dives.
We're here to help you every step of the way. Insights, inspiration, advice to turn those side hustle dreams into reality.
So until next time, happy hustling.